tribe. I hope that you're doing well. My name is Benihil Walubengo, and I'm so happy to join all of you. We apologize for the delays that we've experienced, but otherwise we're so happy to join all of you. Maybe I can just read a few comments. You can tell me where you're joining me from, which part of the country are you joining me from. You can just type in the comment section. Tell me where you're joining me from, which part of the country, which part of the world. I understand that we are also getting to capture the international community. So I'd like to know, where are you joining us from? Which part of the country, which part of the world? Even as we kick off with the 60 Seconds of Destiny. I remember that last time we had a session where we talked about the 5 types of languages, and we began with the visual language, the heart language. We also talked about the visual language, the heart language. There's also another type of language that we spoke about, and I would like you to remind me, because there are 5 types of languages. I would like to see who remembers the other one. So kindly, you can type on the comment section, tell me your name, tell me where you're joining us from, and how has your day been, even as we begin the session. How has your day been? You can also respond to me if you can get me clearly from where you are. Are you getting me quite clear? You can just communicate with me. Let's have a conversation. This is the only place where we are allowed to ask questions. Joining from a Bomet country, thank you so much. Great. Following, ready to be sharpened, thank you so much. Joseph Korea, good to see you. Thank you so much. Emmanuel Ochieng. And even as you join me, you can share with your friends. Share as much as you can. Share on WhatsApp groups. Share it. Let it go viral. Let's blow up this ceiling. Because we are here for empowerment. But apart from that, we're also here to save a generation. We're also here to share knowledge and share insight. These are things that I believe can really impact us further. So please share as much as you can. Make it go viral. Share as much as you can. Tell us where you're joining us from. Thank you, JC Mwaniki, following. Thank you so much, sir. I'm seeing Angel Kuraru. Thank you so much. I'm seeing the iSpeak team is here. They are full on set. Please share as much. Tell us where you're joining us from. At exactly 9:30, I'll be starting off. So in this moment, you can use it just to interact. Let's interact. Let's get to know each other. If you're joining us for the first time, welcome to the 60 Seconds of Destiny. This is the only place where we share principles, we share wisdom and knowledge in terms of how can you package your communication. The reason as to why it's called 60 Seconds of Destiny, it's because it's called 60 Seconds of Destiny because we are trying to package you in a way that you can be able to find it easy to communicate in a way that within 60 seconds you can say whatever you're supposed to say. Somebody please the atmosphere a bit. So we are trying to help you to communicate in a way in which you can be able to say whatever you're supposed to say within the first 60 seconds. And so all these things that you're learning, they are supposed to help you to say things in a short way, in a powerful way, and in a way that can create a lasting impression. So welcome, you're in the right place. These are lessons that will help you in terms of your destiny. If you're an MC, I'm seeing the MC Kipla is also here. If you're an MC, these are things that can help you link up with your audience, connect with them in a deeper way. It will add you more in business. If you're a worshiper, it will help you know how to package yourself, especially for the corporate world, and especially to stand before kings. If you're a young person, these are knowledge and systems, knowledge and wisdoms that can help you to know how to connect with the people ahead of you. And so these are things that I believe can go a long way. So keep sharing. Tell us where you're joining us from, even as we begin. Tell us what are your expectations. What did you pick up from the last session? At exactly, I have 1 minute to go. At exactly 9:30, I'll begin with my session. So please, let's engage in the comment section. I'm seeing guys on Facebook Live are here. Thank you so much, Maina Kamanda. I'm also seeing Ian Simba. Thank you. Tell me where you're joining me from. I'm not seeing YouTube. Let me also go live on YouTube and know how those guys are engaging. And thank you so much. Thank you so much for your support. I'm seeing guys are sharing. Thank you so much. Keep sharing. Share with your friends. Share in your WhatsApp groups. Share wherever you are. Tell those guys that there's something happening. There's something cooking. And I believe that today is a powerful day. Somebody can assist me with your phone just to check on Facebook and YouTube what are these guys saying. Because my phone cannot connect. Thank you. Oh, thank you so much. Thank you so much to our YouTube family. I'm seeing MC MJ, David Noel, Mwanaisha Nafula, thank you so much. I'm seeing Kabbalah Charles. Thank you. Keep sharing. Really appreciate. And now we want to begin. And as usual, you know that for us it's about kingdom, apart from everything else. And so allow me to pray, and then after praying, we can kick off with the session. Let me just pray. Father, thank you and I honor you. You give us wisdom, you give us understanding. Fill us with inspiration. Fill us with your word. And Lord, this evening, let it be an evening of impact. That one person who was tuned in, let their lives be shifted. Let them learn principles that shall take them in the next level. Let them learn principles that shall empower them to meet and access great men. Lord, we know that this is not just about knowledge. It's about empowering families. It's about changing destinies. It's about winning souls. Let your favor be on these platforms. May these platforms shift from being social media platforms. Let it now be a portal of interaction, according to your word in the book of Psalms 18:29, that with our Lord we can scale any wall. Now, Lord, release your presence, release your power, release your grace. Father, we thank you. Amen. Now, today I'll do a recap first. Last time we talked about the 5 types of languages that help humanity to connect with people. And I told you that languages are not just about words and vocabulary. There are 5 different types of languages that affect how people see you, that affect how people give you opportunities, and that also affect how people connect with you. Now, the first type of language I said last time is, I said futuristic language, where these are language that speaks to the future. The second type of language I say it's visual language, the eyes, visual language, what the eyes see. The third type of language I say it is the heart language, or rather the cardiac language, where you speak to the heart rather than just speaking to the mind. The fourth type of language is called the physical language, where it's a language of touch and it's a language of feeling. The last type of language I say it's a language called, say it futuristic, I've said verbal, say it physical, which is the other language. I've said visual, verbal, futuristic, physical. There is the other one, which is the other language. And remember, but there is physical, there is futuristic, there is verbal, there is visual, then there is the heart. I've finished. There are 5. Now, last time I talked about the cardiac language, which is the heart. I also talked about the visual language. Now, today I'll be talking about the verbal language, futuristic language, and then I'll finish with the physical language. Are you ready? Wherever you are, if you're ready, tell me that you are ready. I'm seeing guys are joining us. Thank you so much. Keep joining us. Share as much as you can wherever you are. I'll begin. I think I'll begin with the physical language, and then I'll go to the futuristic language, and then I'll go to the most powerful, which is the verbal language. And wherever you are, take a notebook and a pen, and write as much as you can. These are things that you'll be reading when you go for interviews. These are things that you'll be reading before you get into a meeting with any person in this country. These are things that you'll keep closer to your heart. Remember someone once said, Pastor Tim Wangi Goodson saying that if it is not on paper, then it is vapor. And so I believe that these are things that will help you, that will go a long way. So write wherever you are as much as you can. And I believe that the Lord shall bless us. Now let me go straight to the point. The first thing is the physical language. The physical language. What is the physical language? The physical language is something that people can touch, something that is tangible. That is called the physical language. So you might have good words, you might know how to connect with people's hearts, but there is something physical that people can handle. And this thing also speaks. And on this one I'll speak about 3 key things. Look, outlook, and image. Look, outlook, and image. That is the physical language. These are things that people see. And these are things that people can touch. For example, when people meet you and when they greet you, there's a way in which it communicates a level of confidence. I've always seen in all my classes that anytime you greet someone and you have a loose hand grip, it's a sign of low self-esteem. Anytime you greet someone and you're looking down, it's a sign of low self-esteem.
Anytime you meet someone and you're pocketing, it's a sign of, in a way, low-key, egocentric. So in a way, you must be able to know how to balance, how to communicate with people without words only. So there are three things. There is looks, outlook, and image. These are three different complete things. What is an outlook? What is looks? What is image? Looks are the physical face. So the physical face, your physical face, those are your looks. That is why people say, I like his looks. What is an outlook? An outlook is that what people see outside your looks. So your dressing code, that is an outlook. Now, how you present yourself, that is the image. Let me repeat again. There is the looks. My face, these are looks. Now here I have a lip gloss. Anytime we are speaking, sometimes our lips get dry. And at times, for purposes of just looking good, we focus also in a way on our looks. So looks are the physical face. Outlook, this is the suit. You can see my suit as an accessory. I have a pocket square. Now this is an outlook. Now how I will walk, how I will greet people, how I will smile, that's an image. That is why in photography, there is a difference between a picture, a photograph, and an image. An image is what the photographer has taken. A photograph is what will be taken in a computer. Then they'll produce a copy that can be put on a wall. That's a photograph. So there's a difference between looks, outlook, and image. Now many people focus so much on the looks, they forget the outlook and the image. And there are some who focus so much on the outlook and they forget on the looks and the image. I want to show you how does all these things contribute into how people see you and how people receive you. In one of the most powerful research papers that was done for some of the guys who are running for president, they say that when Barack Obama was running for president, he had to put up a team for PR, but he also had to put up a makeup artist, and even in media they also do that. He also had to put up someone who was advising him on image consultancy, things that he never cared about before. And they say that this is because anytime you're standing before people, by you looking good, in a way it adds mark somewhere, just by you looking good. That is why anytime even an artist, whether gospel or secular, is going to perform on stage, they focus so much on their looks. Because in a way, when you show up before people, there's a way in which it is appealing in the eyes of people when a leader looks fit, looks strong. According to psychology, they say that human beings trust naturally. They trust people who have a nice haircut, slender nose, and people who have a slender face. It's according to psychology. And people, in a way, fear people who have eyes that seem reddish, like eyes that are bloodshot. They naturally fear. And so according to psychology, it says that in a way, looks also matter in terms of convincing people. When someone, also psychology says that when someone has a round face and white clear eyes, in a way, it can naturally convince you because that's how a child looks like. So in a way, you feel like these people are innocent and they can easily convince you. And therefore now, looks also matter. How you package your looks, they communicate three things. Number one, that you can take care of yourself. Number two, it shows that you're in charge. And number three, it shows that you're intentional. That is why it is important that if you're a lady, there's a way in which you also need to look in terms of applying your makeup. It shouldn't be excess. Also at the same time, it should be balanced. You should look at something that matches with the texture of your face. In dermatologists, they say that before you apply makeup, there are three things that you look at. You look at your color complexion, you look at your skin tone, and you look at the message that you're trying to communicate. And so there are things that should be balanced in terms of your looks. If you're a man, there are things that also communicate other than the words that you're speaking. If you have beards, make sure that they are well trimmed. You know, make sure that you have shaved them. Make sure that your eyebrows look nice. There are small things that really communicate a lot. Those are looks. The second thing is outlook. Now, after you've washed your face looks nice and all that, you've taken care of your looks, there's something called outlook. Now, outlook is now three things. Number one, how you've dressed. Number two, the accessories that you'll add. Number three, how you look in those clothes, and how fitting they are. Those are things that also communicate in terms of outlook. And so if you're a man and you're going for a boardroom meeting, you're meeting people for the first time, there's a way in which you need to look. You remember our current deputy president, after he won elections, people complained and told him, sir, your suits need to be a bit fitting. Why? Because the generation is leading, majority are youth. Are youth? His image. It's important because now that's outlook. Yes, he's a deputy president, he's a powerful man, but his outlook had to matter in terms of connecting with people. And that is one of the things that really communicate outlook. So your looks might be nice, you might be looking very beautiful, very handsome, but your outlooks might be communicating something different. They always say that sometimes when ladies go for interview, it's always wise that sometimes the dresses that you wear, something that is comfortable. If you wear a dress that is extremely short, and maybe after sitting down, your dress comes at half of your thighs, there is a hormone called dopamine. And because the culture of the society thinks that any lady who wears a dress that is extremely short, they think that that lady is immoral, maybe loose and irresponsible. We naturally know that. So anytime you sit down and your dress comes on your thighs, you lose like 60% of your confidence. Because confidence is not just communicated by how you speak. Anytime you present yourself, there are 4 things that communicate confidence. How you walk, how you sit, how you talk, and your eye contact. So if I sit in a way that is uncomfortable, when I sit like this, according to something called word psychology, the speed of my words and how they flow is much faster. When I sit like this, the speed of my words, if I sit in a way that I've compressed myself, how my brain is processing versus my words is a bit slower. That is why anytime a kid is afraid, they sit like this. Anytime someone is happy, they relax. And so their brain tends to relax and it connects with their mouth and the words can flow. So anytime you wear something that is uncomfortable, either as a lady or as a man, clothes that are extremely fitting, I had to work on my suits. I used to wear kitambo nilikuwa navaa suti zenye ziko fitting kabisa. And I discovered now I'm meeting older people. And for them, they don't care about my suits becoming fitting. They want to see me in comfortable suits, and it communicates a level of responsibility and maturity. And so I had to fix my image a bit. Because now the people I wanted to connect with, there is a way in which I need to dress up. So that is outlook. The last thing is image. You might have mastered your looks. You might have mastered your outlook, but you might have lost on your image. What is image? You might have dressed in the most expensive suit, but you have the cheapest walking style. You might have dressed in the most expensive makeup, but you have the cheapest smile. Make sure that your smile is always expensive. Make sure that how you walk is expensive. In America, there is a school that teaches people how to walk. And they pay very expensively. Before you become an actor, in one of the movies called, what was this movie called? The movie for Vin Diesel, Fast and Furious. For 3 weeks, those people are just to go and to be trained on how to walk. Because this is a movie that is extremely masculine and it's an action movie. And so how you walk really matters. They say that at least for a minute, you need to make sure that you've taken at least 15 steps. It just shows that you're fast. It just shows that not for a minute, actually per 30 seconds, you need to take at least 15 steps. It shows that you are fast. It shows that you're sure of your steps. And walking that way shows that you're swift. It communicates a level of confidence. Your steps also have to be a bit longer. When you enter a room, your presence is felt. That is image. So image is not just clothes only. Image is so many things. When you meet people, within the first 30 seconds, as you greet them, make sure that you smile. It reduces the tension. That is part of image. It complements a few things. That is why when you go to take a picture in a studio, the photographer will always tell you smile. Because if you don't smile, no matter how good the suit is, you might not be able to communicate what you need to communicate. The photographer will tell you, I want you to focus on the camera. I want you to focus your eye contact. Because you might have a very good suit, but you close your eyes. So it is important that your image matches up with your looks, matches up with your outlook. So if you're going for a serious event, there's a way in which all those 3 things need to align. That is part of the physical language, that people can feel your energy. People can feel your enthusiasm. In the Bible, there is a time that the prince of Sheba was told so much about Solomon. And when she met the king, Solomon, this is what the queen of Sheba said. She said, what I was told is not even half of what you are. My aspiration every day in life is that any time I meet people, let them say, what I saw is not even half of what I was told. Physical language matters. Make sure that there are things that communicate. They communicate heavily. That when people meet you, they are not just meeting you, they are encountering you. I'm not saying that you wear expensive clothes. Look for things that are a bit fitting and comfortable. Look at clothes that match your personality. If you know you're an extremely bold person, sometimes wear colors that are relaxing. If you know that you are an introvert, sometimes wear colors that are bold. Always have something that complements you. Clothes not only complete your body, but they should also complement your personality. So look at clothes that complement your personality. If you look like a baby, you have a baby face, and you're sitting among grown-ups, wear something that seems a bit serious, in a way. If you look a bit old, tone down. Always wear clothes that complement you. Not things that just complete, but complement. Up to there, have we understood? The online audience, if you have understood, please confirm to me you've understood. I'm seeing great people are joining us. Honorable Oscar Musoni, thank you so much. Hopo Iganjo, one of the greatest women. She trains PR. Right now I'm being put to test. I'm seeing Flora Margaret Chibule, the Deputy Governor of Kilifi. Thank you so much, ma'am. Let's go to the next one. I'm seeing Martin Owila. Very, very great people. Thank you so much, the online community. Please share with me if you're there. Keep sharing, share the link further. Thank you so much on YouTube family. Joseph Kiema, thank you so much. I'm seeing guys joining us from Gulf. Thank you so much, this is powerful. Thank you. Let's keep sharing. We are not late, we are on time. Because if we are here early, maybe we could not have found you. So we are on time according to destiny calendar. Can I go to the next one? I've finished physical language. I now want to go to one of the most powerful called futuristic language. This is a crazy one. If you are ready, tell me I am ready. Thank you, Lina. Thank you, Moses Imani, one of the great pastors in this country. May God bless you. Pastor at Pefa Church. Thank you, Darlene. Thank you, Moses. Fortune. Please, let's comment. What have you understood? And you can share as much as you can. I want to go to the next one. Let me take some water as I read your comments. Thank you, Mombasa. Thank you, Bradley. Thank you. Keep sharing. I'm seeing Betty Chalo. I'm seeing Agape. Ekoa. Keep sharing. Keep sharing. Speaker Stephen, God bless you. The second one, something called the futuristic language. I've always loved using things in 3. Now, in futuristic language, there's something called attraction, adaption, and acquisition. Attraction, adaption, and acquisition. Write them down. Attraction, adaption, and acquisition. These are the three things that affect futuristic language, the language of the future. Now, many people speak according to the present language. We'll hear people saying, I want this opportunity so that I can do this. I want to meet this person so that I can do this. And I came to discover that one of the languages that communicate and they can make people invest in a person is the language of the future. The world has never invested in people who think about the present. The world will only invest in people who think about the future. And last time when I talked about the futuristic language, this is what I said. I said, when you think about yourself, people will invest in your pocket. When you think about your family, people will invest in your hands. But when you think about a generation, people will invest in your destiny. And anytime you're speaking to anyone, always speak about the future. This is how the future looks like. When people are buying tomatoes, it is not the trader who sells ripe tomatoes that benefits. It's the trader who sells tomatoes that are unripe that benefits. Why? Poor people buy tomatoes for today. Wealthy people buy tomatoes for the whole month. Meaning they'll not buy a tomato that is extremely ripe. They'll buy a tomato that is almost unripe. Because they are looking at longevity. Because there is a level in life where people don't acquire things for today. The things you're learning here on this YouTube channel are not for today. These are things that you'll apply in the next 10 or 15 years. One day you'll be in an aeroplane and you'll remember this day on YouTube or on Facebook. Maybe you bought bundles and you na data and pengine hakuna network kwa nyumba, and you are trying to listen to what this man is saying. You are trying to listen and write notes at the same time. At that time you will be an ambassador. At that time you will be a banker. At that time you will be a businessman. You'll remember the notes that you are given today and you'll say, it is good that I listened. So the things you're training you are not for today. I decided to come live on Facebook and YouTube for free. These things that I'm telling you are things that we are paid to share in the corporate world. Why am I doing it for free? So that one day when you become a manager in the bank and they'll say we need a public speaker, you'll remember there's a boy called Walubengo 5 years ago on Facebook. He taught me these things that I applied. I'm now where I am. I'm thinking about the future. I'm not thinking about the now. If I was thinking about the now, I could have written a book and sold it to you. Yes, it could have impacted my pocket. But there is someone who cannot afford that book now. So I'm talking to that person. So there is a futuristic language, the language of the future. What is attraction? Anything that you build in this life needs to attract people, not because of today, but because of the future. When human beings are listening to you, it's like an aerial. When an aerial antenna is switched, huwa mnajaribu kutafuta itashika wapi. TV inaonyesha mchele, but ikifika place fulani inashika. Now that is how the human mind works. Anytime you are selling anything to anyone, anytime music is being sung, people don't listen to music because it is good. People listen to music because it speaks to their past or their future. There is a boy called Jeremy Gerardi who released a song 3 weeks ago. The person who is doing this live recording is called Somebody. Somebody has been listening to that song, not because it is the best song, but it is speaking to his past. That song has a line saying, Mimi ni nani, unichague mtu kama mimi. The reason as to why he's listening to that song, it's not because it's the best song. It's because the song is either speaking to his past and speaking to his future. One of the greatest artists is called John Legend. He sang a song called All of Me Loves All of You. A song that has more than 17 billion views. With only 3 lines, being repeated more than 16 times. Why are people listening to that song? It speaks to their past, speaks to their future. Because naturally, every human being has a connection called love. So any business that you build, when you start speaking about that product, someone is asking themselves, where will I use that product to impact me in the future? Now, I want to use a very easy example. Let's assume this is a laptop being sold. Someone else is selling a laptop and is telling people, I want you to buy this laptop simply because it's the best laptop, it can load faster, it has new advancements. The second person is saying, I'm selling you this laptop because it has the best graphics and it will make you produce some of the best movies and best videos, and those best videos will make you win awards. The third person is saying, I want you to buy this laptop because it is the cheapest. Who will you buy it from? The first, second, or third person? The first person is telling you buy it because it has new advancement. The second person is telling you it has the best graphics that will make you win awards and achieve your dreams. The third person is telling you buy it because it is the cheapest. Who will you buy it from? Let me get an answer from my Facebook and YouTube family. Please respond. Who will you buy it from? The first, second, or third person? Thank you, thank you, thank you. I'm seeing your comments. Someone is saying the second. Why the second? Let's engage. Let's have a conversation. Wow, I'm seeing guys have joined us on YouTube all over. Everyone is saying the second. Why the second? buy the second. People will buy from the second not because the second is the best. People will buy from the second because the second person is not speaking of a product. The second person is speaking to their dreams. And I came to discover everyone in this world will always invest in something that is speaking to their dreams. So the only level of attraction is by building things that speak to the future. Something that attracts people to the future, not the product. I'm a public speaker. I'm packaging my content not to speak to people only, but to speak to the future. I'm looking for solutions in the future. That is why I have to study things about engineering, things about technology, things about medicine, things about theology. I have to study books by Buddhists, the Jewish culture of economies. I have to listen to podcasts. I have to listen to sermons. I have to listen to anyone that is speaking anything. I have to listen to an MC. Because I need balance and structure in my oratory skills. So the future. The second thing is adoption. After someone has been attracted, there's something called adoption. They need to see how they can adapt into what you're doing. So you have to come to their level. When I was in Form 3, I met a guy called Mwendesi Musalia. Mwendesi Musalia is one of the greatest orators in this country. And when I met him, he asked me a question. He said, "You're a public speaker?" I said, "Yes." And he said, "I want you to do something." I asked him, "What do you want me to do, sir?" He said, "I want you to assume you're speaking to a person. There was a chair. So he said, I want you to assume that chair is a person. And you're trying to sell Colgate to this person. And he said, the first person is a child, a 7-year-old child. Ask this child, market to this child why they need to buy that Colgate. Say the second person is a dentist. Tell this dentist why they need to buy this Colgate. Then he said the third person is an adult. Tell them why they need to buy that Colgate. So speak to these 3 people. I changed my tone. I say to the child, I'll tell this child, you need this Colgate because of culture and because of how your future looks so bright and you need to smile every day. Then I told the dentist, you need this Colgate so that as you're speaking to your patients, you're speaking what you've experienced. And they look at your teeth and they see the importance of maintaining the teeth. Then I say to the adult, I'll tell the adult, you having nice teeth will add more. Be confident even as you speak before people. They said, wow, that's brilliant. And I came to realize something. The man was just training me on how to be adaptable. Always learn to come so down so that you can take other people so high. Learn to come so down so that you can take other people so high. Whatever you do, whatever you sell, learn how to break barriers of languages. Tomorrow in the morning I have a meeting with a senior government official in this country. How I speak in that meeting is not the same way I speak to a CEO. When I'm speaking to a politician, it's about numbers. When I'm speaking to a CEO, it's about value and sustainability. When I'm speaking to a student leader, it's about clout, because they just want to be seen that they did something. When I'm speaking to a lecturer, it's about how does that thing add value academically. When I'm speaking to a school principal, it's about a track record. When I'm speaking to a campus student, it's about their destiny. Language keeps on changing, it's adaptable. So learn to, whatever you're presenting, whether it's a proposal, whether they're asking you, why should we give you this job? Present it in a way that is adaptable. In a way that is adaptable. In a way that can connect to these people. The last one is something called acquisition. Acquisition. What is acquisition? That whatever you have built is something that can be acquired by people and they're actually comfortable acquiring it. This is a place where many people fail. You can be very good at attraction, adoption, but you can fail at that level called acquisition. Now, what is acquisition? When someone is selling this watch, there is an attraction part. Someone might have bought this watch because of just looking smart and confident. That is attraction. Adoption, I've tried to break it down and show them why they need the watch. Now they want to buy, but they don't have the money there. That is why in business they say there is something called hire purchase. Always know that your destiny is dependable on something called hire purchase. What am I trying to say? Joseph entered Egypt as a slave. He benefited 10 years later as a governor. David never asked for anything while fighting Goliath. He benefited later after he had killed Goliath. Daniel entered as a slave. He benefited at the age of 19 when he became a ruler. In life, always position whatever you are doing in terms of acquisition, but always be sensitive how you push the acquisition agenda. Every person who is a speaker here, you are a worshiper, you are a photographer, anytime you're doing something, be open to sell it, not just according to money, but according to many things. When you mention money as the first thing in a conversation, there is a very negative hormone called oxytocin. It's a negative oxytocin. People feel like you're already selfish and you came to them because of money. Let money be at the last level of a conversation. Never mention money at first. Try to insist so much on the value. Of course, there are people who will give you character development, but there is a place you'll get and you'll see the benefits of getting where you're supposed to get to. Let money be the last thing. I read a story of one of the most powerful people in this world. There's a young man who worked for him as a photographer. For 3 years, he had a law firm. Then one day he was appointed as the Chief Justice. He paid that young man a salary that was not worth those 3 years. And told him, you've now been my photographer, it's time for you to chase your dreams. Go and build a studio. They came to realize, when you're doing things in this life, if it is about futuristic language, let your acquisition never be about now. Let it be about the future. In China, they have one principle. If you sell 1,000 products at 1 shilling, it will be bought 10 times. In India, they also have the same principle. In Africa, you think about selling one item for 1,000. For them, they think about selling 1,000 items at one bob. That is why they are ahead in terms of the economy. So when you package things, always think about the futuristic language. The last language is called verbal language. We shall be doing verbal language next week, because that's a whole topic. I'll be talking about oratory skills. How do you speak? How do you shape your words? What do you say? So today's class was that short. It was as short as a mini skirt to attract your attention, but long enough to cover the essentials. Finish with scripture, Proverbs 18:16. Bible says, the gift of a man shall make room for him and push itself. The gift is like the bullet. The bullet does not shoot itself, but the gun has to be so serviced but that by the time the bullet is coming, it has enough force to penetrate every wall, every window, and even the body of a human being, because they have invested. So invest in your gift. Invest in your gift so much that your gift can penetrate every door, every wall. And how shall we invest in our gifts? By doing what is that the gift has carried will make whatever is dead around that environment arise. Because there is a level where people are not just looking for skill, they are not just looking for gift, they are looking for life. That as you are a photographer, ukipiga huyo jamaa picha na mmoja by the way umeokoka, Unaonaje kuhusu God? Na tumebeba life ya God, huyu jamaa anaweza okoka by the time umaliza session yako. That you can be a public speaker, you can be an MC, you've been called for an event, but strategically, you'll bring God in the picture. Because I've come to discover that the world is not just looking for gifts. Every man right now is operating, majority of people are operating at levels of gifts. But people who are operating at levels of the Spirit of God, they'll go further. May God bless you. On 7th of April, we have a career summit close to 2 Rivers, Havila Ranch. From 2 p.m., I'll be one of the speakers, and I'll be speaking about multi-generational gifts. Multi-generational gifts. We also have John, the career coach, an amazing lady who has gathered all these young people. Pastor Stanla Zagacho. I'm also seeing Pastor Samuel. Many amazing people. So please, let's gather there for a time of impact. The tickets are free of charge. They are fully sponsored. If you are a campus student, gather your friends, come with them at Havila Ranch. Let's have an amazing time. Otherwise, family, see you again next week on Wednesday. We'll improve in terms of time. Yes, we'll improve in terms of time. This program has been sponsored by Double B Consultancy, one of the companies that I run. It's a business, it's a consultancy firm that does social media management, digital marketing, public speaking training, speech writing, proposal writing, proposal writing, speech writing, all that. So everything that pertains to writing and communication. So if you need our services, please reach out to us and we'll be here to serve you. In case you'd like to support us in any way, what we're doing, sometimes we hire the hotel room. Also have my live streaming set. If you'd like to support me in any way, I'm free to give my M-Pesa number. I never know who is watching me. 0794 959895. It will write Kinwa Lubengo. 0794959895. If you'd like to support us in any way, either to cater the hotel cost, to cater the live streaming cost, transport cost for my guys, or lunch, if you'd like to become a blessing, we shall really appreciate. That is my M-Pesa number. You can send us some cash, we shall really appreciate. Tutafurahi sana. Unaweza anza ni kutuma sahi. Also, if you like to reach out for public speaking training, we have one-on-one classes which we do online. They are virtual. You can attend, you can enroll for our classes. We charge 30,000 for just 3 months. 2 sessions per week on Google Meet or on Zoom, just to package you for the future. And this one will help you. Already you're getting testimonials from people who've attended our classes for the last 2 months. Some of them have gotten jobs. Some of them have started off businesses and they're getting clients. Some of them have expanded just because of communication. Communication is one single gift that everyone needs. And you might not become a public speaker, but you can even use it to create employment. Either you can be a speech writer, you can be writing proposals, you can be a social media strategist, you can be a PR guru. It will help you just in one way or the other. So this is a gift that every single person in this world needs. So thank you so much. I'm seeing someone has sent us fare. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Keep sending. Keep sending. Support us as much as you can. We really need your support. For the Facebook family, thank you so much. We acknowledge you. May God bless you. Have a good night. Send us feedback, whatever you've learned, any changes that you'd like us to make, or any support that you'd like to give us. If you'd like to partner with us in any single way, we are here to see how we can partner together. Don't forget our M-Pesa number. My team is insisting. Let me pin that comment. My team is insisting on that, so I have just pinned that comment. Is there anything I've forgotten? I think I've said everything. Please don't forget to reach out to us through Double B Consultants on Instagram. You can follow us and you can also subscribe on our YouTube channel. Ni hayo kwa sasa. I don't think I've forgotten anything. See you again next week on Wednesday at exactly 8:30 p.m. And in case we are late, kindly forgive us. We are still trying to settle in as we build. I would like to acknowledge every person who is on set. In the background, we have Summary, one of the best guys in live streaming. If you're a pastor or a content creator, you need a live streaming guy, I'll just read out his contact so that you can reach out to him directly. 0741 15, McKenna, you can write it on the Facebook wall. 0741 15 9301. 0741 15 9301. Reach out to him. He's an amazing guy. He'll help in live streaming services and also photography. I also have Betty Chalo. I'd like to acknowledge you, and Esmas and McKenna. These are the fans at the background listening and verifying whatever we are saying. May God bless you. May God keep you. Till next time, same place, same time. Have a good night.